If you have squares in your birth chart, you might have received a lot of negative understanding around the squares, because the squares provide tension. But also where there is tension, there is a need to understand the reason behind the tension and then therefore resolve it. So if you have tension, let's say between Moon and the Mars in your birth chart, it might indicate the need to understand yourself well emotionally and overall what drives you in life and why are those things in the conflict. And once you understand the reason for the conflict, you can resolve it and have greater understanding of self, which might not happen when you have a trine. When you have a trine, things are sort of flowing very easily and just coming to you, that you are not necessarily guided to work on those things, and therefore you don't necessarily gain wisdom or understanding. But that's okay, because with the trine you usually don't need it. It's sort of like the gifts that you have and that you have to use. So yes, squares are offering you tension so you can understand. Of course, when you have tension in synastry, it can be tough when you have a lot of squares, but it doesn't necessarily mean that relationship is doomed. It means it requires a lot of work and growth, and of course it's up to you to discern whether you want to put that kind of work into that particular relationship or not, and whether it's worth it, if it's of course healthy. I'm not talking about any toxic relationship, but also if you have sort of like people in your life that you have to deal with and you have a lot of squares, it's worth putting effort into understanding. So I hope this helps if you are interested in squares in astrology, whether in your birth chart or synastry or anything like that.